Good morning. It's a Saturday, summer Saturday at the end of the summer, and you're showing up here today for a moment of connection, a moment of reconnection to yourself. So, thanks for showing up. Thanks for connecting to you. Thanks for being here. Really, the intention of today is to reconnect. So, what I've been hearing in my groups that I run and with the individuals that I coach, and just in the community, it feels as though fear is coming up quite often. And that fear really is in the sense of we call it anxiety, or we say that we can't sleep, or we say that we feel stuck or blocked, or some people say that they feel overwhelmed. And as I talk to people and meet with them, they talk about these symptoms of overwhelm, of anxiety, of being blocked. And beneath all of it, what is it? What is it beneath all of that? It's fear. It's a state of fear. And what do we fear most? We fear that it's not going to work out. We fear that our worst nightmare is going to happen. And then we dwell on it and we try to protect against it. We fear that perhaps people are going to find out about us. So we have to please them. Make sure that we please everybody. If everybody's happy with you, then you don't have to be afraid, right? They won't find out. We fear that we're not lovable. We fear that we won't have love. We fear that we won't be loved. And this all comes in a state of anxiety. And now all of a sudden we're searching on Spotify and YouTube for the next sleep meditation so that we can go to bed, hoping that we don't wake up in the middle of the night. The number one track with like billions of views on Spotify and YouTube is for sleep. It's not Beyonce. It's the track for sleep. Why can't people sleep? It's because they're anxious. And why are they anxious? Because they're in fear. They're stuck. We're stuck in fear. And when we realize there's really nothing to fear, right? Fear is a made-up thing. Every issue and obstacle that we encounter, we inevitably get over, or guess what? We die. And that's some people are so afraid of death. Well, what if that's our souls returning? What if we had completed our mission here? We've learned what we've learned and return to, we wake up in a state of nirvana, which some people call heaven. But the collective consciousness, it's not something to fear. So when we start to say, oh, what if I didn't have to fear anything? What would happen if I was to be able to convince myself that I didn't have to fear? I could surrender to the fact that life is happening with as it is. I could surrender to the fact that it is what it is, and that I can control what I control, and I can let go of what I can't. What's that called, everybody? You've read the book. One person. Say it. What is it? Her name's Mel Robbins.
Them.
Yeah, you know that one. And it's a giant book. And that's the idea of surrender. And basically, what Let Them is a really awesome book. Let Them is really about releasing fear of not pleasing, releasing fear of not meeting expectations, releasing fear of not going the right way. It's just let them. I used to say the F word instead, F it. But that is where it is. And so we start to say to ourselves, what if we could just, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? What would I do if I wasn't afraid? Would I leave that relationship? Would I get into that relationship? Would I quit the job? Would I start the business? Would I move to another country? And we say, okay, if I wasn't afraid, I remove fear. Now, would I be able to determine exactly what I want? Because sometimes we don't even know what we want. And then where are we? Afraid that we don't know what we want. Then we're in this quagmire. Oh no, I don't know what I want. I'm doing it wrong. So the truth is this: you don't have to be afraid. This crazy life that we're experiencing here, what if we chose it, our soul, from the energy from where we came, from source? What if it chose all of these obstacles? And the more advanced soul, the more times that we've been here, according to Many Lives, Many Masters, Brian Weiss, the more times that we come, what if our life is harder? And you're like, boy, I got a divorce. I had that condition, that health condition. My kids don't talk to me. My car broke down, having trouble paying the bills. As soon as you realize that perhaps my soul is so evolved that it needs to step up the issues, the karma it needs to resolve, that all these things that are bad are happening, it's not because I'm cursed, it's because I can handle it. And now, with that recognition, I can step into greater peace, greater flow, just by aligning my energy with the lesson learned and letting go. That's what I believe. But our soul chooses, and that's the I am. This idea that I am the creator itself, I am the soul, I am the source, I am the consciousness, the universal mind, the quantum, the void, Jesus Christ is not a religious term. Jesus Christ wasn't his name. There's a guy, Jesus. His last name wasn't Christ. Christ is a consciousness. It is the state of being of godliness, of source. So it's not about religion. It's about this connection as a soul, as energy to something so much greater that when you tap into it, even just this little amount once in a while, and you remember, oh, here and now, this is my soul waking up. I don't have to be afraid. The only antidote to fear is love. You may say, oh, most, if you're here, you're probably agreeing with that. But some people may say, oh my God, telling us just to love, what about my bills? And instead, you can just say, I am grateful and in love that I have that I have this mortgage, that I have this house, that I have this car, and that I get to pay for it instead of living homeless, jobless, carless on the street. And when we step into that loving gratitude, as Ram Dass says, the loving awareness, our higher power of loving awareness, our soul's true state, things just get a little bit easier. It's not to say all the problems go away. God, I still have a lot of problems, but they don't bother you as much. And you find crazy synchronicities, crazy manifestations. I think so. I said, boy, I really love Sam Harris's Waking Up app. And this woman in one of my groups, she's, you should do the Waking Up app. And I was a marketing person and I know app developers and we connected. And I was like, I don't really have the team to do a whole app. And people think that you build an app and you put it in the app store and then that's it. But really, you need to run the app, update the app, do marketing for the app, make sure you have a community so people have a good experience in the app, all that stuff. I said, I'd love it. It's for me. I could do a hypnosis app. It'd be awesome. It'd help a ton of people, but not now, not here. 2 days later, out of nowhere, someone contacts me and says, I've started a hypnosis app and I'd like you to do it with me. Already done. He has all the systems, everything in place. And my life is one constant synchronicity like that. Everything in it. And it wasn't always that way. I was fighting uphill. And does that mean I still don't have pain? Does that mean that still don't have trouble with my body? Does that mean that I still don't have fear? No, I have all that stuff. And I can let that go too. And as it comes up, I let it go again. I step into flow. That's the best part. That's the best part. Sometimes we're so obsessed and like judgmental of ourselves because we're still feeling sad sometimes. It's okay. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. So, we're here today on a Saturday to reconnect. And we're going to with a longer meditation today. And that longer meditation is going to be on the I am. The I am was in the Bible. I am that I am. Talked about Jesus as the source of all things. He is the resurrection and the light. He is God's and God energy, right? And so, guys, by the way, I'm not religious. I don't have religion. Just in case you're like, oh God, he's talking about God. Sometimes people say God, and immediately they're like, but I'm not religious. What I am, I believe, is in energy and in higher power, for sure. So it came up again with this thing called the I am discourses, which, if you believe this, the spirit of Saint Germain, an ascendant Grand Master, Saint Germain, came and transversed time and space, transversed death, came back and identified these 33 discourses. And a man in the 1940s he dictated them, recorded them, and there's 33 of them. And what it has basically is the recipe for manifestation, but also for living in flow of life. And what it really identifies is that there are a few key words. The words that we speak and feel are not just words, right? We have a voice box and a tone and a vibration. And as we say these different vibrations, we think that they're just language every day. But really, they're a vibration that we're speaking out of our mouth that resonates with the vibration that's unseen all around us. The quantum, the field, the universal mind, the collective consciousness, Christ consciousness. And as we speak it, it resonates with not only our own energy, but with everything unseen around us. And it really dictates and directs what we're manifesting, creating, and developing in our lives. And so if you start to really cultivate beliefs that are limiting and talk in that way, that's how you're directing the creation of the universe around you. And when you say a few key phrases, for any fantasy buffs out there, Lord of the Rings or something like that. That's what it feels like to me, but it's real. I feel like it's real. So when you do a few key phrases like I am that I am, reminding the world, the universe, the collective consciousness, the quantum, your own energy, that you are a little bit of the creator and therefore can create more of your reality than you think, then you feel an expansion. And then you can go into, say, the I am statements of whatever they are. When you say I am the resurrection and the light, you're not quoting the resurrection and the life. You're not quoting the Bible. You are actually telling everything about you, your energy, the universe, that you are able to create what you want, that you are reminding yourself of the source, that you are more powerful than you think and you can create what you want. Then you go into the I am statements. And we often feel as though we're blocked. We feel as though we're blocked or we're being held back or there's a cord or that we have something unknown that is keeping like a little bungee cord behind us and we're running forward, but we should be going further, but there's a bungee cord holding us back and it's stretching. So how do we remove that? And it's said that with the thought alone, these things are energetic beliefs, thoughts. There's no bungee cord. There's no gland, there's no muscle, there's no tail, there's no rope, there's no physical thing that's holding you back, right? There's no physical thing. So what is it? It's a belief, it's an energy, it's whatever you want to think. So can you remove a belief and energy with your hands? No. So you have to be able to remove a belief and energy a connection, a cord with belief, energy, connection, and cord, emotion. If it's not physical, if it's energetic, if it's emotional, then you have to remove it emotionally, energetically. And so, how do we do that? We focus on what Saint Germain said was the violet flame. We literally focus on a violet flame. What's a violet flame? Just think of a flame and a fire. Think of the color violet, make it violet. It's the all-consuming violet flame. And what does it all consume? It transmutes and consumes all the negative beliefs, all the blocks, all the cords, all the emotional stuff that you could ever think of. And that's why sometimes I bring you to a difficult place in meditation so that you can feel the pain and then release it. So the violet flame, you start at your feet. And you start to think, okay, the violet flames is all consuming, transmuting violet flame. It moves up my feet, up my calves, up my knees, up my hips, stomach, chest. And it's removing and releasing, transmuting all the things that may hold me back. And then you start to think of certain things, certain fears, and see them burn away. And that is energetically, emotionally releasing yourself from the burdens that are energetically and emotionally created. And the more that you do it, the more powerful it becomes. And it's worked wonders in my life. And then if they are still there, you do it again. But it's magic. And who would have thought it? As you step back into this human life, because we're a soul having human experience, you're like, could I actually just think of a violet flame moving up my body and be free? That seems too easy. And when I say I am the thing that I want, that seems silly. And then you think of people that have serious diseases, and of course, they have to go to the hospital and work with doctors and all those things. But as they focus on the mind-body connection of their own health, as they continue to focus on their own health, I am healthy, I am healed, and they start to visualize and feel what it feels like and see whatever issue that they have. There are medical studies that show they heal much faster. There are even studies that show hypnosis allowed people to heal their broken bones faster. So there is a mind-body connection, and some people believe that there are spontaneous, miraculous healings. Just go to a Joe Dispenza event. You'll find someone who's healed themselves miraculously. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. That's my talk for today. I'd love to hear from any of you that want to share something, talk to the community, get my coaching, ask me a question, express an issue that you'd like some help with, and I'm happy to help you if I can. I'll say this. Is anybody coming to Kripalu? Good. Hans, Suzanne, Lumi. Anyone else? Okay. Kripalu is in upstate Massachusetts. This will not be a difficult weekend, meaning we're not going to go into the pain and suffering of the human condition. This is a fun weekend where we get together for 3 days in a group and we have meals together and we walk in nature together. We do yoga together. We meditate a bunch together and we do some fun team building bonding exercises. My intention for this is for people to walk away feeling endorphins and oxytocin and connected. All right. That's my intention for this. Other workshops that I do, it's like we want to really release some stuff and it's going to get hard and then it will get easier, I promise. That's not, this is a fun one, just a connecting, wholesome, let's get in nature and fall. Okay, good. So I'm glad I'm see you guys there. Anyone want to share?
It's amazing how you spoke into exactly all the things I was thinking of today, even Christ consciousness and the fears and the health and all that stuff. I'm going into surgery this Thursday. And so Heather is my friend and my community member, and I've been speaking to her and she's been supporting me. And I'm still feeling that there's something stuck inside me. Like I'm really afraid of what I'm going to experience in the surgery. I don't feel completely safe with the doctor, with the surgeon, with the way they're dealing with things. And I've got so many things that I'm also dealing with, moved country, barely making ends meet. I have a passion and a calling, and I've done it for a while back between 2018 and 2022. I helped so many people and transformed their lives, but I couldn't make money. Now I'm in a job I've been in for 3 years, more than 3 years, and something is pulling me away, but I need the money and I need the insurance. And there's just so many things. I'm just revamping my life, friends in my life, people in my life, men who come into my life who I don't feel aligned with. I'm just like slowly letting those go. If they're not aligned, and that's so challenging. I'm doing a lot of work on myself. I feel I'm moving forward, but then I'm moving back. And all these, I don't sleep at night too well, so I wake up in the middle of the night. I've really been meaning to speak to you for a long time and hearing your insights. And at some point, like, I don't know how this is going to sound, but I just feel like I need to say it, so I'm going to say it. I did a past life regression a long time ago, and I saw who I was. And I, and I ran away from a dead-end relationship with a king, and I went to the love of my life. And I know he exists in this world, and I just don't know who he is, where he is. And I feel him. I really genuinely feel him. And I'm someone pretty sensitive, and I'm very intuitive. And sometimes I get stuck in my head and I lose my intuition. And what I was in this previous lifetime, whatever that's called, and I couldn't believe that I actually saw it. I even denied it, but it was so real. And I basically used to go to people's homes and bring them together and spread love, like a message of love. That's my deep rooted thing. And that there was one point in my life where I went to the Dead Sea, and I went into an old church, and I saw icons in that. It was a Greek Orthodox church, and normally these icons don't mean anything to me. But then I looked, and then I saw the Last Supper. And weirdly enough, I'm not religious. I wasn't in a religious state. I wasn't even in a spiritual state. I was working 16 hours a day, very overwhelmed. And I just went there to relax. And I looked at the Last Supper. And then in that second, for the first time in my life, I'm like, that's me. And I'm like, what? Who's talking? It was really weird. It
Yeah.
was insane. I'm like, what do you mean that's me? Like, I'm there next to Jesus. And I'm like, what is this? And then I go to another icon and I look, and then I start crying, and then I start talking. There you are. You left me all alone to spread love. And I can't do it on my own. How could you leave me? And I know this sounds crazy, but it was so real. And I was not on anything. I literally.
I hear a lot in this, and I love it. So let me just, if you don't, I'll respond if that's good for you. I believe that when we get, and I do a lot of past life regression. So I believe that when we regress into a past life and we see symbols of the Last Supper, etc., right? And we start to see that's us. I think it's unique and special to you, and I think other people have experienced it as well. And it's because that is the remembrance of ourselves as Christ consciousness. Here's the our hand of arm of God. And here we are the fingers. We believe that we're separate, but we're not. We're part of the arm. We are God. And so when we have this remembrance to go into a past life and like, how could this possibly be true? It is. It's your memory of that part of you, that connectedness, that non-separateness. That is part of it. But let me ask you this. What do you want? What do you want?
So many things. I don't know where to start. I've written them down.
When you get like really clear, right, on
Yeah.
the thing that you're going after, this is what I want. This is what it looks like, feels, and is, right?
Yeah.
And then when you say, I am so grateful that I have this violet flame transmute all these blocks that we don't know about. This is what I want. And I know that I can have it. If it's this man that you feel in your life and you start to become in alignment with that energy and you use the violet flame Just this idea of transmuting your own blocks, right? Because here's the thing, we're all in this cage, right? Or I call it a big metal gates. And we're standing at these big metal gates and we're like rattling these big metal gates. And it said, I'm in this cage, right? I'm blocked. I'm stuck. I'm in this cage. And I could feel this thing that I want out here. I can't really say what I want, but I know that I want it. I can feel it out here. I feel this person or this thing, but yet I'm behind this big metal cage, right? And really, like 5 steps down, the gate ends and it's just open. And all we have to do is just let go of the bars and walk out there, right? And the cage is open. And we're only as blocked as far as we feel and think we're blocked. And as soon as we dissolve that block, we are blocked. And so they say, that sounds too easy. But sometimes it's the introspective thing that says, what is it? What hidden core belief is holding me back? And that's when we delve into our beliefs. But here's about your surgery. I know that surgery is going to be great. And you don't have to be afraid. You can trust. Okay. I know that you can trust. And the only problem with the doctor and the team and all that stuff is your own fear that it's not going to work out. And it's going to be better. It's going to work. I can feel it. You don't have to worry. Okay. Yeah. I also feel money is like on its way to you. Right? And I want you to just say this, instead of barely making ends meet, I'm so grateful I make ends meet. Okay? Money loves to hear that. Money loves gratitude. And look on the street, right? When you're walking or when you're getting out of your car, look on your street, on the street. I want you to find a penny and pick it up. I want you to find a nickel, it will turn to $20. Once you start looking for a penny, you'll find 10 pennies. Once you start looking for a nickel, it's going to find a nickel. Once you then $20 bills will show up. I guarantee you. But most of all, what my feeling is, what my intuition, what my sense is that the surgery is going to be really good and you don't have to worry. Okay? All right. Thanks for
Thanks, Jen.
thanks for sharing.
Thanks a lot, Jen.
So
Thank you.
welcome. Glad you're here. Anybody else want to share something, get some insight, talk in front of a group of strangers to release those fears of yours? Anyone? Someone.
Hi, everyone. I want to share something from a couple of weeks ago. First of all, thank you for sharing. 2 weeks ago in the meeting, I realized that I ration my energy. And I knew it was a higher power message because I've never said that or thought that. And what I mean by that is I ration my energy. I give my energy to my kids, my business. I have students, so I give it to my students' parents. I give my energy to my dog. Everything in my life gets my energy but me. And I actually came to this after the hypnosis, and I teach dance, and I dance for everyone else in my classes, meaning that I create choreographies, I create plays and shows for kids. But it has been years on end that I've ever danced for myself or done an acting monologue for myself just for the sheer creativity of it. And it's just, and why would I? I'm a small business owner and a mom, and I was a wife, and that's where all the rationed energy goes. And everything I post on my Instagram, which is Pure Joy Performing Arts, it's always about everyone else. I don't even have my own personal Instagram. Hang on, there's a fly. And I decided to create a personal Instagram, Marcia McEwen, to start posting my own creations. And after that meeting 2 weeks ago, I did a dance for myself. I was at my studio cleaning, getting ready for the opening, and I said, girl, you're doing it. You're giving all your energy tonight to get ready for your students. You have this massive dance floor. Go dance. So I did, and I posted it on our studio account, not the personal one because I haven't done it yet, because I'm afraid that it's not It's either I'm not worthy or the content's not worthy. But Jim, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I am going to open my own personal Instagram
Love it.
today, not waiting anymore. Anyway, that's all.
That's wonderful, Marshall. By the way, allowing yourself to be seen it is a nerve-wracking and but also beautiful thing, right? And it takes a lot of confidence. And as soon as you have the confidence to say, "I'm not perfect," and I'm going to show up authentically and dance on Instagram because it's like it shifts energy, right? And then you get caught up in the human nature of it. You go back and look, see how many likes it got, and perhaps it didn't get enough likes, and then you start to feel self-conscious, and then you're moving again. Say that was the test. And then the truth is, I can make people happy. I can change my life. I can have my own energy, and I can be seen. So congratulations. That's great. Okay, everybody, thank you for those two shares. We're going to go into groups where you get to meet someone in your community, chit chat with them for 5 minutes, talk about what's happening in your life, who you are, where you're from, what you're using the violet flame to transmute, what energy or what identity, what avatar are you currently acting out as in this world? Who is your avatar? Who is your identity that you've chosen to embrace and act out in this lifetime at this season of your life? And so, if you don't know what that means, ask your partner. Let's see. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hope you got a chance to meet someone that was interesting and chit chat for a little while, connect. Great. So, we are going to be doing a meditation today. And this meditation is to clear energy, transmute, clear, and radiate energy, strengthening all parts of us. We lost some people. I lost some people on that break, on that get together. It's okay. Everybody can always listen to the replay. So if you find a place that is comfortable, that your head is supported, and you realize that you're just taking a minute for yourself. And this doesn't last that long. It's just a moment. And for a moment, you can take a moment. For a moment, you take a moment because it only is a moment. And with your eyes closed, you just take a really deep breath in through your stomach and holding it in your chest. Hold it. Really deep breath in through your stomach, holding it in your chest. Hold it and release it. Now, release it. And with the release, you feel the relief. Now, as you take another deep breath for a moment, in this moment, hold it, bring it into your chest. Take another sip all the way into your chest, deeper now, and hold it. Now, when we release it in an energy of the universe, which is the vibration of Om. Hold your breath and now release it with Om. A slow release with. Now, as you take another deep breath, all the way in from your stomach into your chest. And hold it now, holding your breath. And as you hold it, you release it with Om. And you realize that with the release is the relief. With the release is the relief. And you don't have to hold on to everything so tight. You can just sink down now. And as you do sink down now into relaxation, just noticing the heaviness of your body. We've been carrying around our body for quite a while. And our body's been carrying us. It's our spaceship. And as you meet people today, I just want you to try to notice who's in that spaceship, who that avatar, that identity is, because they are an actual energy that's inhabiting a spaceship of their own. And as you see people today, think to yourself, hello, traveler. I see you. I see you, traveler, and I love you. For we are all traveling within these spaceships for just a short time, experiencing the beauty and the pleasure and the pain and the struggle. And we can just be aware of that. Be aware that we are more powerful than we know, more than we ever imagined, more than this body, more than this job, more than this life. And there is a sense. We can sense this, right? We can feel it and sense it. And as we feel it and sense it, we can simply just call upon our higher power, that higher voice. Just tune in, the one that watches everything, the one that recognizes it all, the one that's listening and laughing and with love. And as we rise up to that higher sense, there's a sense of peace and calm. Just taking another breath and noticing as your breath goes, it's almost like a breeze. As you breathe your breath, or perhaps you breathe the breeze, or perhaps the breeze is your breath, but it's interesting how it just circles through your body and around your body. And as it does, it just allows you to relax a little bit deeper. And as you relax a little bit deeper, you can just focus on the peace of it all. It's almost as if a cool breeze moves through the leaves as they rustle upon the trees. As the afternoon sun shines through them and glistens off the water nearby. You are the trees, you are the leaves, you are the water. You are one with it all. You are the energy of source and creation. Become it. And as you start to notice, visualize, or imagine in your heart, this beautiful violet flame grows, giving you energy and light. And as it grows out of your loving heart, feel it, notice it, visualize it, becoming greater and grander and more bright. And as it grows brighter and grander in that beautiful heart, allow it to spread. This mystical energy capable of transforming anything into pure white light. As it grows more, surrounding you, entering every cell in your body, going down your arms and legs, see it burning away any blocks, any negativities, any energies that should be released. As it goes down your legs, this cleansing, clearing, transmuting energy down to your knees and ankles and just out your toes. As it flows down your arms to your wrists and out your fingertips. As it flows into your neck, into your head, and out the crown of your head. The violet flame, all consuming, releasing you from that burden. Releasing those blocks, seeing them all burn away. Cleansing and clearing your energy. Now as that violet flame turns to bright white light, that white light transmutes everything into joy, into love from your loving heart. And as that light flows from you, it flows to all the people that you love. See, visualize, or imagine that light hitting those people, and now seeing them smile, laugh. They are safe, they are joyous, they are peaceful. And as that white light grows beyond the people that you love to the people that you just know, your acquaintances, see them light up with joy and happiness and peace, smiling and laughing. See their faces. And as it moves beyond that, it moves to your enemies, the people that you've had trouble with and struggle with. And as that white light of love hits them, transmuted all the pain, clearing your energy and clearing theirs and resolving those issues. See them happy and safe and calm and feeling the resolution. And as that light flows to all the people in your city, out of you, they're joyous. All the people in your country, as they become happy, smiling, cheering, joyous, safe. All the people in the world, as this white light covers the earth, loving, happy, free, peaceful. And as it covers the universe, all living things now at peace, at joy, safe and happy. And you realize that you are the resurrection and the life. You are the energy, you are the soul, you are the source. Feel it. You are the energy and the source, transmuting all things as you simply become it. You are the resurrection and the life. You are the energy and the source. Feel it. You are the resurrection and the life. You are the energy and the source. Feel it. Become it as the cleansing of your own energy moves through you. Realizing you are no longer blocked. You have been set free as you remember your true nature, your true divinity, the true power. You are the energy and the source. Feel it. Become it. You are the source and the energy. You are the light. Dissolve into it. Cleansing your own energy. Become it. As you become it, feel the bliss of it. You are the source of it. You are it. Feel it. You are the energy and the source, the resurrection and the life. Feel it. You are the energy and the source, the resurrection and the life. Become it. You are it. Feel it radiate through your energy, cleansing and clearing, amplifying. And in these scents, in this place, in this vitality, the raging river flows through you. And as that river flows through you, the power of it, the energy of it, the flow of it aligns with your own energy, your own capability, your own belief. The energy moves like the river. There is no blocks. The river moves so fast and so powerfully, it breaks any blocks, any barriers, as the river of energy runs through you as the violet flame consumes all. You are the energy and the source. And as you realize your soul remembers in this place, here and now, you repeat to yourself that phrase that you want. I am. Repeating, I am with whatever you want, whatever you are, whatever your goal is. Say it, I am it. Say it in your mind's eye, manifest it, create it, become it, align with it, feel the power of it. I am that I am. You are already it. It is not outside you. It is waiting for you. It is you. You are the creator and the source, the resurrection and the life. The energy, you are loved and lovable, loving. And in your mind's eye, simply say what you want. I am. And say it. Become it. You are it. Feel it. Releasing all blocks. Releasing all fear. You're doing it right. Become it. You are it. I am that I am. Repeat it. I am that I am. Yes, you are. You are indeed. Nothing can stop you. You are. That's right, you are. And as you simply allow this peacefulness, this joy, this freedom to wash over you more, and as it does wash over you more, you put your hand on your heart and bless that beautiful body with gratitude. Gratitude for another day of sun, of potential, of love. And in gratitude for this beautiful body, for this beautiful life, magnetizing your own energy. You are loving, lovable, so lovable. You are love. And as you become aware again, coming back to the room in a whole new you, today will be a wonderful day. Sleeping well tonight and feeling in flow and at ease. Allowing it all to come back now. A whole new time, a whole new you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes wide open and awake.